is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw
Okay, hello friends, I am back. So this is the second time I've done this because I feel like I watched the footage back from before and I felt like I looked a little crusty, like salty. I find I have like the RBF and I looked a little crusty, but anyway, I feel like I'm in a better mood this morning, maybe a little more relaxed. I'm struggling with trying to fight. I have like two sides of me for vlogging and making videos on YouTube, and one side of me wants it to be very aesthetic and peaceful and cozy and all of that and perfect, kind of, even though I know it's not perfect. I want everything to feel sort of just so. And then there's the other side of me that just wants to show up and be very real and off the cuff and chaotic, because that in my head is very chaotic. I have all of these ideas and I have no idea how to cohesively bring them together. So I don't know, like I'm trying to find like this formula for making videos that just kind of works for me, and I haven't found it yet. I just need to kind of show up, and if I'm wearing a different outfit, kind of just be like I know that I filmed the beginning of this and then the rest of it, and now I'm like, here I am, and I'm like completely different outfit, and I change my outfits like multiple times a day anyway, depending on how I'm feeling or the mood or the weather or whatever. So I don't know what I'm doing. But a little life update, so I know I disappeared, and I don't really want to go into all of the details in this video anyway, but a lot of things happened. In January, we found out that my stepmom had cancer, and she was quite young. She was definitely my youngest parent, and she's been in my life since I was probably around 5, so 38 years. And yeah, she passed away on April 2nd, and it was unexpected, and it brought a lot of things to the surface, and I'm gonna get emotional talking about it, but that was a really big blow in the first part of the year. And during that whole process, I actually made the decision to go on antidepressants because I have been kind of dealing with depression and anxiety, not because of that, just in general in life in the years, and thought it was anemia, and then I got a little better after I started taking iron supplements. Anyway, I started taking antidepressants in like February, and immediately started feeling a lot better. Despite everything that was going on, it definitely helped me a lot, and I'm really glad that I did it. And the only reason I feel like people don't talk about it enough, I want to be a part of removing that stigma and talking about it. And I'm taking antidepressants, and I am a new person. I'm a better mother, I'm a better wife, I'm just a better person in general. I just feel 1,000 times better. I don't feel angry anymore. I don't ruminate on things anymore. I feel like it has freed me from so many things I've been trying to fight against. So that's the second big thing that happened. Another big thing, and I've talked about this before, is that Poppy, our eldest, decided that she didn't want to homeschool anymore, and that she actually wanted to go to real school, and she was going into grade 9. So this year she went into grade 9, and it's kind of like the beginning of the end of homeschooling for us, which is crazy. My son will be going to high school next year, and then Clementine is only 10 and in grade... Are you in grade 6?
No, 5.
You're in grade 5. She's in grade 5, and she wants to stay home until she goes to high school. That's her decision as of right now. So it'll just be her and I at home for a little while. But it's been a whole year of really processing what that meant for me, and like my role as a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling mom and all that. So the 2 younger kids are still being homeschooled. We do online school. It's not really online school, like it's online virtual elementary school. It's not like they don't have a teacher or an instructor, but they go through like a course, and it follows the Ontario curriculum. So, and they don't have a lot of projects or anything to do. They have like little it doesn't matter. So that's what we're doing right now until high school. So next year Silas goes to high school, and then it'll be Clementine and I for I think 3 years, just her and I. So, which may be fun. I think it'll be fun actually, because she has a bit of an interest in like some artsy things and likes making videos and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm rambling. I lost my train of thought. And also in August, just before Poppy went to school, my grandfather passed away. I mean, he was 93 or 94. I believe 93. He had a great life. He was very active his whole life, and it was his time. And we were there. I was, by his bed hours before he passed away, and I got to tell him I loved him and held his hand, and we cried. The strange thing about it was that it was, at one point he was actually in the exact same room in the exact same hospital that my stepmom was in, and we had visited her in. So it was just, this whole year was just kind of a lot, and I've been struggling to show up for myself, but also here, because I don't know, I don't like how I look on camera. I feel like I'm really struggling with confidence. I know that over the year I've put a little bit of weight on, and I'm just trying to come to peace with how I feel and look and eat and move, and just try. I don't want to live my life obsessively thinking about it all the time, so I'm just trying to just show up, and this is part of that, because I really feel this pull to show up here and create something and share something. So yeah, I'm back. Here I am, and I got new glasses, and I can't believe I bought red glasses, but I put them on, and immediately the lady that worked there and we both were like, yeah, that's an immediate yes. So anyway, I'm trying to dress more joyfully and embrace everything. Anyway, so what I want to do today is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a few of the books that I'm hoping to read this fall. And it's not like a fall reads thing. It's just some books that I want to read, or that I am reading. And also, I'm really excited. I don't know which. I feel like I should do this one first because I'm so excited. It came last week and I've been waiting and I want to unbox it. So I have this plan for Vlogmas. Everyone does Vlogmas, and I'm thinking of making a video every second day in December, and calling it, well, maybe I won't tell you what I'm gonna call it yet, but it is, how about I just open it and tell you? Tell me you want to be here for the opening? It's the, well, I won't tell you. You know what it is, but I'm gonna keep it a surprise. Okay. I have wanted one of these for years now, and I've never found one locally. I guess they used to sell them at, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh. Is it focused?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I have wanted one of these jam advent calendars for years.
Wait, what's in that?
It's jam, little tiny mini jars of jam. There's a different kind every day.
Can you eat it?
Yeah, it's jam.
Oh.
So I have this and a tea advent calendar that I got last year because I wanted to do it last year and I couldn't find one in time. So I found one in like January on sale. So I've had that one sitting too. And this one, and I'm gonna open one a day, and
So
we're
just
gonna,
taste testing?
and I thought you could do it with me. Yeah, okay, go to your school now.
Okay.
So oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. So yeah, that's my idea. Tea and toast and little, snippets of our day, and I think that might get me into a groove of being able to get into daily vlogging without getting caught up on all the details and making it cohesive and thematic. And I can't do, I mean I can, but I find it so labor intensive to make like a themed vlog. So anyway, I'm super excited about this. It was more than I wanted to spend, but this is all I want for Christmas. This is literally all I want for Christmas. Mike and I don't buy each other gifts generally, just because we don't. And so I feel like this is my Christmas gift to myself. I'm so excited. Banjo, thank you. Okay, some books. What I'm currently reading right now is A Discovery of Witches. I actually found the other two to this trilogy at our local thrift store for like $1 a piece. It's been on my to read, maybe I'll read it list. I'm trying to watch a show and I just can't do it for some reason. My hair. Let's see if I can get some of this out of my face. So yes, I am on page 344 of this book right now. And okay, I might give spoilers away. So if you don't want spoilers, maybe just skip over this little part. But I am really enjoying the atmosphere of this, and like there's definitely like this dark academia kind of vibe about it. However, and it might change, it could change, it could be part of the story, but the vampire and her inevitably end up falling in love with each other, but I really don't like the dynamic between them. I find it's like red flaggy, controlling kind of, there's something about it that I don't love, because she's this incredibly powerful witch, but she refuses to use her magic, so this guy has to protect her all the time, and he's just like coddling her, and I really hate that. However, I do love the atmosphere, but I feel like the plot is kind of, I feel like where I am right now, we've kind of lost the plot at this point. So, but it is very atmospheric and enjoyable kind of read. I'm not sure if I'm gonna read the other two directly after this. We'll see how it ends, I guess, but I'm kind of committed to finishing this and see where it goes because it has a lot of good reviews. So we'll see. The next book that I would like to read is The Secret History. A lot of people talk about this one. I've heard really good things about it. It's another kind of dark academia, kind of spooky story. I think it's about, there's a professor who has like 5 students in his class. It's like Greek mythology or something. And this other guy who wants into the class, but he has to like prove that he's good enough for it. It sounds like very elite kind of stuff, but I think I've heard good things about it. And Donna Tartt, she like writes a book and then disappears for 10 years. I've never read any of her other books, but I hear good things and I'd like to try this one. This one is one that I just randomly found at our local bookstore, and I just thought it was really pretty. And it's basically nature writing, and this one, it's not really fallish, but it does go through the entire year. So I don't know if I will start this. I might start this one in January because that's where this one starts, and it goes month by month, and it's just like this nature writing. He's a gardener of a 12-acre estate in the Welsh countryside, and so he writes about like nature observation. And then this woman who owns the country's estate, he calls Miss Cashmere, and I guess he finds out more about her. It sounds interesting, and it sounds like the writing style in it I really like, so I'm hoping that that's good. The next one I would like to read this fall, but we're getting tight on time, and I don't actually get that much time to read. I find, I don't know, I don't get a lot of uninterrupted time to read. But this one, Magic Lessons, it's practical magic. It's the first book in the series. I guess it goes back and tells you the story of how the family got cursed in the first place. I've heard like mixed reviews on these actually. I think this one is supposed to be quite good, but the practical magic book is actually not great, even though everyone loves the movie. So we'll see. We'll see. I like witchy stuff if it's done right. I'm not a huge fantasy person, but I like witchy stuff. This one of my very favorite movies is Amelie, and nothing quite hits like Amelie for me. I actually feel like rewatching it now, but I absolutely love it. And I was trying to look up books that, or other shows or movies that, if you like Amelie, read this or watch this kind of thing. So, and this one came up a few times, and you know what? I don't even remember what it's about. It's in Paris. So it's like an apartment building in Paris or a hotel. And I think this girl kind of, and all the neighbors that she encounters. Yeah, so I think it's just the story about this hotel and this little girl and her interactions with the neighbors, which is kind of like Amelie with, you know, her interactions with the people in her neighborhood. So anyway, I've heard good things about it, and I enjoy the name, and I love the cover, the quirkiness of it. It's promising. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. And then one that Clementine is reading, I wanted to share because it's, hold on. This is what Clementine is reading. The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate. Oops, there's fur on it because there's fur on everything. And it's about, I think she might be 8 or 10 or something. And it's 1899, and her grandfather is kind of grumpy, but he is a naturalist, and she is kind of more interested in like nature and bugs and all of that stuff, and her mother wants her to be prim and proper. But yeah, we actually read this on Audible with the older two quite a while ago, but she's working her way through this one and she likes it. And Poppy is actually reading, I don't have it in my hand, maybe I'll pop a picture up like here, but she's working her way through I believe it's a trilogy, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. She really liked that one and she's now on the second one. But now that she's in school, she hasn't been reading quite as much. Her downtime is she listens to music and does homework and and she plays Stardew Valley. Oh my goodness. So I have heard about Stardew Valley for years. So the peak pandemic, so in 2020, I think it was the winter of 2020, I got into Animal Crossing and I absolutely loved it and I feel like it saved my sanity. But I was not raised on video games. I do not particularly game a lot. Sometimes I will play a video game with Mike, like Call of Duty I kind of get into, but I do find it very stressful, but I enjoy it. And it's a fun one that we play together. We do like the missions together. But the kids have been kind of telling me about Stardew Valley. I see people talk about it on YouTube and recommend it as a cozy fall game or a cozy game. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do the like the pixelated part of it. Really, it's like, why would I go back in quality? But we started playing. Mike and I started playing on the weekend and it is such a wholesome, addictive little game. Like we are both all in on it. And we've never had a video game that we do together and completely love together. So yeah, like he goes into the mines and does like fights all the little gremlins or whatever he finds in there, and I stay on the farm and I like tend to my chickens and my ducks and my goats and my cows, and I make jam and I make cheese and I water the garden and take care of the dog and chop wood, and it's like, it is so wholesome. So we're kind of like in it right now, but if you're looking for a cozy game, I highly recommend Stardew Valley, and I think it's like $15 on the Switch. I don't even know. I know nothing about games really, but we got it on the Switch. I know you can play it on PC and all that stuff, but anyway, it's a wholesome game, and you should try it if you like that sort of thing, or even if you think you won't, because I didn't think I would. Here we are. I have one more recommendation. Well, I have a few recommendations actually for TV shows. For TV shows, we have been watching What We Do in the Shadows. So there was a movie made years ago that was quite funny, but now they have a TV show and it is so funny and clever. And it's perfect for spooky season. Like if you're looking for like a spooky show, well, it's not really spooky, but it's like dark, gothic vampire show, but it's also hilarious and so clever. If you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it, and it's perfect for October. Some other ones, I was trying to think of like actual recommendations for fall shows, and I actually love, and it's one of my favorite, I think it's actually, Mike and I both agree on this. We don't always agree on TV shows, but when we do, we really do. And it's called The Detectorists, and it is such a wholesome, cozy, wonderful show. It's about two friends who are metal detectorists. It's a British show, and the humor is just so dry and subtle and wonderful. And it's such a sweet, cozy show. I love that. I highly recommend it. The theme song is one of my favorite songs I think of all time. Like it's just one of those, it's just a beautiful song. Like it's kind of haunting, and it's like how my mind works when I think about things that are old and historic and the land and stuff. So I think that's why I really love it. And oh, one more show, hold on, I'll be back. Okay, so this recommendation is based pretty much on the fact that I grew up in Canada with one channel, CBC, and every fall back in the 90s, we had to wait until September for shows to come out, and it came out once a week. We could not binge it. Back in my day, that's how it worked. I don't know how old you are, but you know, that's how we did it. So I, a few years ago, gifted myself the entire series of Road to Avonlea, and I have no regrets. It's basically in the world of Anne of Green Gables. It's in the town Avonlea, and there are some characters, like side characters, that are the same and from that book that you will find familiar, like, but Marilla and Mrs. Lynde, I think this must be after Anne of Green Gables, or Anne leaves the house and goes off and lives her own life, because Marilla and Mrs. Lynde live together in this one, and they're kind of side characters in it. But the main character is Sarah Polly. Sarah King, I think, is her name in the show, and her mom died, and she was living with her dad and her in Montreal, I believe. And then her dad gets sent to jail, but I think he's innocent, but he still has to go to jail for a little while before they figure it out. So in the meantime, she goes to PEI and lives with her mother's sisters and brothers and stuff. So she lives with her Aunt Hetty, and like has like all these adventures and stuff. So I think it came out in like 92, which was like kind of peak. I was like 12, and it was kind of peak time for me. It was like ideal watching, and it was the only channel we had. So anyway, long story short, I feel like a lot of people don't know about that series. They don't know it exists. It might be more of a Canadian sort of thing. But if you can find it, I know they have it on Gazebo TV. It's like an app or something. I don't have it, but you can buy and watch stuff like that on there. So I think that's all I wanted to say today. I'm sure I forgot something, but now we will go back to, you know, yesterday when I filmed this, and I made some bread because I got a new bread machine, and I'm trying to cut down our costs of groceries and things like that. So I got it on Amazon. It's not maybe the most highest rated or brand name. It's just some like unknown brand, but it was so pretty that I had to get it, and it's working really well. Definitely do hope to do more vlogs, and I'm just gonna warn you right now that they're probably gonna be a little chaotic and all over the place until I find my groove, because the only way I'm gonna figure out what my groove is to actually do things and just be bad at it for a little while. And then of course, Vlogmas I think is gonna be fun if I can get on top of letting go of perfection and just editing and just putting something out there. I think if I allow myself to have fun with it, it'll just be more fun. I hope you have a great day. 3 hours, but I have an overwhelming urge to eat. My grandma used to make these apple pancakes, and I haven't made them in years, and I have all these apples from the apple orchard that are kind of getting past their prime, so I think I'm going to make some apple, we call them apple fritters, but they're not like apple fritters. They're basically apple pancakes. So I'm going to do that now.
have a blind